Yo, what's going on, guys? Spencer Premier here, back with another video. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and like this video if it helps you out and you enjoy. I'm going to start really grinding this month, so make sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Also, if you want to, turn on post notifications. You can always take it off later if you don't like my videos, but we are on that grind. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to be giving you strategies to draft your team in MUT Draft. So I'm going to enter in the 15,000 coin draft. It doesn't matter, just whatever you have. Playbook doesn't really matter either. It's just up to your preference. I usually like to use the Patriots if I get them, but I do not get them here. I think I'm just going to use the Bills. So the first thing I want to start out with is the basics that everybody knows. If you get a really high overall player, don't pick for position, just pick what the best overall is. Like here, I'm not going to pick this 81, obviously. That's just obvious stuff though. This is the first thing I want to talk about. When you get the safety round, just pick the strong safety. You're going to get a free safety in a different round most of the time, so I would just pick the strong safety. Sometimes it's the other way around. You kind of have to guess, but in that situation, I would probably just take the higher player. Here, I want to take LaShawn McCoy. He has better stats. My last round accidentally cut out. I'm just realizing when I'm editing this, I picked 92 Cole Beasley. It was an easy pick. The next best player was like an 85. This next tip I'm going to show you, again, most of you probably already know, but when you get a tight end, do not pick him because you're going to get a different round with all tight ends, and just go with the tight end in that round. I think I'm going to go with Todd Gurley here because he's the highest overall, and we're going to get receivers. Never rush to pick a receiver because you're going to get all three anyways most of the time. The funny thing is, the main way I like to draft is I like to draft a stacked offensive line, but I'm not even getting any linemen here, so there's nothing I can do about it. But that was the main purpose of this video. And of course, we made the wrong decision. We guessed wrong. We should have took the free safety because we get a 92 strong safety. But that is another tip I have. Just because you have someone in the same position, still pick the highest player. You can just move them to another one. There we go. That's an offensive lineman, and he's on my favorite team, the Cleveland Browns. This man is a beast, 91 overall. But basically, that's the main point of this video. You need a stacked offensive line. I'm talking all 90 and above. It is going to really help you out with the plays that I am going to show you. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. You need to stack your offensive line. I'm talking all plus 90s. It is going to really help you out because the quarters are only 4 minutes. So if you can just run the ball, you can shrink that clock. I recently made a video on how to manage the clock in a 4-minute quarter game. So if you haven't seen that, make sure to check that out. That will really help you too. But I'm going to take this lineman. You need a stacked line. This is kind of a bad round. I'm just going to take Dexter Lawrence because he's an 85. Now I'm moving on to my linebacker round. Usually I like to pick a middle linebacker first, but I'm going to pick the 86 this time because it's 2 overalls higher. And going back to what I said about the offensive line, if you are debating on what to pick and there's an offensive lineman, just take the offensive lineman. You are going to need it. Even if there's a player that's a little bit better, you got to stack your offensive line. Take an offensive lineman over anything. That is the main strategy that I use when I draft my team, and that is how I constantly go 6-0. This is kind of a bad QB round, but we got a 91, so I'll take that. Randall Cunningham, he is going to be on our team. This is just a bad round. I'm just going to take the free safety because we don't have that yet. And there we go. I made a super smart decision by not taking a middle linebacker last time. I guessed right because we get a 90 linebacker, CJ Mosley. I'm going to take that. And don't worry about overloading on middle linebackers because you could always move them to left or right. It really doesn't matter that much. It may lose a few overalls. There we go. That's an offensive line. I need that. See, right here's where I'm talking about. We got an 85 center and an 85 right end. I am taking that center because we need that line. I know I'm probably getting annoying with how much I'm talking about the offensive line, but it is just so crucial. We get another one that's actually going to complete our offensive line. Let's go. Here's the tight end round I was talking about earlier. I'm going to take the 89 best overall, but that is why you do not need to take a tight end. And here's another tip about when you have 2 of the same overall. Always choose the line. Even on defense, I am choosing the line. Even though we already have Dexter Lawrence at the same position, I'm just going to move him to right end. Because while you need a stacked offensive line to run the ball, you need to be able to stop theirs. I know Madden's not about running, but when the quarters are so short like it is in MUT Draft, running is huge. So I'm going to take this 93 left end. And of course, you don't have to do everything that I say. You can make your own decisions too. But I have been 6-0 a few times, so I feel like I have some pretty decent advice. Now, this is the one time that I'm not going to take the lineman because we already have a full offensive line. I'm going to take Devontae Adams to complete our wide receiver core. Oh my gosh, they just gave us 96 Randy Moss. Let's go. Bro, what is with these left ends? I would take this one, but we already have 2. You don't want to overstack on the defensive line, but you definitely want it to be good. I think this 93 left outside linebacker is the easy choice because we don't have that yet. But there you have it. Those are some of my strategies that I use when I draft my MUT Draft teams. We have a 90 overall overall defense, so we drafted really well on offense, and it's all because of that offensive line. And our defense isn't terrible, it's only an 84, but to be honest, Madden is an offensive game. I'm gonna put my other tip videos in the description below, so make sure to check those out. I think those will really help you go 6-0 too. But that's gonna wrap up this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We are on that grind for 3,000 subscribers, and I can't do it without you guys. And with that being said, I'm out.